Right, so bowling fundamentals, we're going to focus on identifying whether you're side on, midway or front on. Neither's right or wrong, just got to do it consistently to make sure we don't get injured, and also to make sure we're nice and consistent in our delivery. And secondly, we're going to focus on alignment, so making sure hips and shoulders are aligned, and also making sure our feet are aligned and not too open or not too closed. So the first activity as a bowler is we're going to work out whether we've got a front on action, a midway action or a side on action, okay? And that basically means that our hips match our shoulders, okay? And it's really important that you know which you are so we can practice alignment, okay? So for me, I'm midway, so that means that my right foot isn't pointing sideways and it isn't pointing straight down, it's in the middle, which means my top half needs to match, which means I look pretty much straight through my arm. If I was sideways on, back foot pointing sideways, I'd look over this side of my shoulder. If I was actually front on, I'd be looking over this side of my shoulder, okay? You are going to send your videos in, so I'll be able to identify if you don't know, okay? But what I'm hoping is we can practice a little bit of alignment. So first drill for alignment, whichever we are. If we're sideways on, we're going to be in this position and we're just going to practice bowling. If we're midway, we're going to be in this position looking through our arm and we're going to practice bowling. If we're front on, we're going to be this way and we're going to practice our bowling. So it's just you understanding your action and making sure your hips match your shoulders. So once you've worked out whether you're front on, midway or side on, and you've practiced a little bit, stood nice and still off your back foot and bowling, we're actually going to have a little bit of a walk up. So your second activity, very, very similar to your first, but we're actually going to walk up. So for me, I'll be walking up. I'll show you that one again. I'll be walking up, so I'm going to make sure my back foot contact's correct, and I'm looking through that arm. And right, so we've got another drill for our bowling. We're going to focus on back foot contact. Okay, so for me, obviously my back foot is my right foot. Now, depending whether I'm front on, whether I'm midway, or whether I'm sideways on, depends on what angle your back foot is going to point at. So I'm midway, so I'm going to point it this way. And as a fast bowler, I'm going to try and spend as little time as possible on that right foot. If I'm a spin bowler, I'm going to try and spend a little bit longer, okay? So your first drill, if you're a quick bowler, we're going to try and get up and off this right foot as quick as possible. So we're going to be trying to bounce and spend as little time as possible on that back foot. If I was a spin bowler, it's the complete opposite. I want you to spend as long as you can on that back foot. So we're going to go up, and we're going to hold, and we're going to hold, and we're going to get used to spending as long as we can. So you can do a fair few of those forwards and backwards.